Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're uncovering a science-backed strategy to help you stay healthier, stronger, and more independent as you age. We're talking about a simple, everyday action that experts say can literally change your life, especially once you cross that 70-year mark.
Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s are just out there thriving? They're active, independent, and full of energy, while others really struggle just to get out of a chair or walk across the room? It's a stark contrast, right? And it perfectly frames the core problem we face with aging and mobility. Independence rarely vanishes overnight. It usually slips away little by little through the loss of those small, everyday abilities we completely take for granted.
And to put that into perspective, just listen to this statistic: 15%. That is the amount of muscle strength adults can lose every single decade after the age of 70 if they don't stay active. 15%. It's a massive drop. And once that strength starts fading, everyday life gets tough. Suddenly, carrying a bag of groceries feels like a monumental task. A flight of stairs looks like a mountain. Even just getting out of bed in the morning becomes a total struggle.
So, what's actually happening inside our bodies? Let's get into Section 1, the hidden muscle crisis, understanding age-related decline. Many people just assume getting older automatically means getting weaker, but the medical reality is quite different, and inactivity is usually the real culprit. There's a term for this process: sarcopenia. It's essentially the natural loss of muscle mass. And get this, it actually starts slowly creeping up around age 30, but after age 60, the rate of that muscle loss really speeds up. The muscles in your legs are especially vulnerable to this. Now, I want to be clear. Yes, this is a natural biological process, but absolutely no, that does not mean we're powerless to stop it.
Because if we ignore this muscle loss, it triggers a really terrifying cascade of events. Weak legs don't just make walking harder, they kick off a super dangerous cycle. First, they increase your fall risk and mess with your balance, which obviously limits your mobility. That naturally leads to a fear of falling. And what happens when you're afraid to fall? Well, you move less. But moving less just causes your muscles to get even weaker, which results in an even higher risk of falling. It's this vicious loop that literally steals your independence.
But what if we could break the loop? Let's look at Section 2, the ultimate longevity exercise, hiding in plain sight. Reversing this decline doesn't require what you might think. You can completely forget about intimidating, expensive gym routines. The secret is actually incredibly simple. It's the everyday sit-to-stand. You don't need some complex 60-minute workout plan. You just need this one movement that takes maybe a few minutes a day. Just standing up from a chair. I know, it sounds almost too easy to matter, right? But the thing is, this exercise is already built into your daily life. Getting off the couch, up from the dining table, out of bed. The problem is simply that as we get older, we stop doing it enough. And here is the crucial takeaway. Lower body strength is closely linked to longevity. Studies consistently show that stronger legs often mean a longer, healthier life. Researchers are finding out that this one basic movement, just standing up from a chair, is actually one of the absolute most powerful indicators of healthy aging that we have. So why is that the case? Let's unpack it in Section 3, the science of leg strength, why your legs matter most.
Why do your legs reflect your overall health so accurately? Well, the systemic benefits are pretty incredible. Because your legs contain such massive muscle groups, keeping them strong does way more than just help you walk. They actually help regulate your blood sugar levels, they support a healthy metabolism, they improve circulation throughout your entire body, they protect your vulnerable joints from wear and tear, and of course, they preserve an active lifestyle. The beauty of the sit-to-stand exercise is that it targets every single one of these areas all at the same time.
And this perfectly illustrates a vital concept called functional fitness. Unlike a traditional gym workout where you sit on a machine and train just one muscle in isolation, functional fitness trains your body to perform everyday tasks more efficiently. It mimics real life. The goal isn't to lift super heavy weights and look like a bodybuilder. The goal is functional strength. The strength you need to travel, to play with your grandkids, to garden, to walk your dog, and basically just keep living life on your own terms.
Think about it like this. When you stand up from a chair without using your hands, you trigger a massive full-body activation. It's an equal split. You're firing up your quadriceps, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your core muscles all at once. Even your internal balance system is getting a really robust workout. It is just an incredibly efficient use of your time because it hits all those major functional groups simultaneously.
Now, let's look at some real-world proof in Section 4. Margaret's story, small actions, remarkable changes.
It's one thing to look at charts and data, but Margaret's story,
proves that it is never too late to reverse muscle decline. At 76 years old, Margaret noticed simple tasks were getting really difficult. Getting up from the sofa left for exhausted, she was avoiding stairs entirely, and she was genuinely worried about losing her independence. Her doctor told her to just practice sit-to-stands every day. Now, at the start, she could only manage 5 reps before needing a break. But watch what happens with consistency. Within a few weeks, standing got noticeably easier. At 1 month, she was walking stronger around her neighborhood, and within a few months, her balance improved, her energy shot up, and her confidence was completely restored. One small, daily action literally gave her back her life.
Okay, so how do we do this? Let's get to Section 5. Master the sit-to-stand, your daily action plan. You've seen the science, you've seen the proof. Now here is the exact breakdown of how to do it safely. Step 1, start with a sturdy chair that won't slide around. Sit near the edge with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Step 2, lean slightly forward from your hips, but make sure to keep your chest up and your back straight. Step 3, push down through your heels and stand up nice and slowly. And finally, pause for a second at the top and then lower yourself back down with total control. That's 1 rep. And I really want to emphasize this: control and consistency matter way more than intensity here.
And hey, there is absolutely no shame in modifying this movement to fit where you're at right now. If you're a beginner, go ahead and use your hands on the armrests at first. Start with just 5 repetitions. Take a break if you need to. The goal is progress, not perfection. And then, as you get stronger, you can totally level up. You can challenge yourself by crossing your arms over your chest, slowing down that lowering phase, using a lower chair, and eventually working your way up to 10 to 15 reps in a row. You can absolutely progress safely over time. Quick aside though, safety always comes first. If you have severe joint pain, had a recent surgery, experience dizziness, or have any medical condition affecting your mobility, please consult your healthcare provider before starting this or any new exercise routine. We want to protect your independence, but we want to do it safely. Because at the end of the day, protecting your independence is what this whole explainer is really about. There's a fantastic saying that perfectly captures the idea of proactive longevity. Healthy aging isn't about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need an expensive gym. You literally just need to start. 1 chair, 1 movement, 1 day at a time. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. What small choice will you make today to shape the quality of your tomorrow? Whether you're 70, 80, or 90, your body still responds to movement. Your muscles absolutely can get stronger, and your confidence can return. So the second this explainer wraps up, I highly encourage you. Stand up from your chair. Stay strong, keep moving, and your future self will definitely thank you.